Beautiful angels, it's Tessa of Akashic Soul Healing. I apologize for my sunglasses. I'm wearing it it's going to be a week or two because I accidentally hurt my eye. It's really bloody red and it's quite sore, so I don't want to expose my eye to light, or I just don't want to expose it. So it's gonna be like this for a while. So anyway, that is really interesting what happened to my eye, and I think it's going to be wonderful to share this situation. So what I was actually teaching my students about triggers. So it's like when a person trigger you, so then you are reacting, and you know, unconsciously you react, and it's kind of like it's not yourself, you know. Like what happened is I had I had a situation where I was talking to my boyfriend about money, and we have different beliefs about money. And when he talked about his perception on money and spirituality, I suddenly had this emotion, you know, like really strong. It's almost felt like a threat, like I was put in a place where I didn't understand where it was coming from, because I am not an angry person. I haven't been angry for a long time. So when I felt like I couldn't voice my thoughts, my perceptions, I actually literally I swore at him, and I took all my belongings and ran. And while I was driving, my eye was so swollen and hurting, and I was in pain. And then I look in the mirror. Oh my goodness, it's really red, really bloody red, which I had never experienced. So on that note, I took a day off and just really contemplating on what happened. What is this situation that I'm, you know, creating? That's the thing that I do inner reflection every time something comes up in my field, because I'm very contemplative, and you know, I take something that I magnetize in my fields and learn the lesson. So what is happening is actually he triggered my childhood, and I thought I healed all this stuff from my inner child. And there was an incident when I was 4 years old. I have six brothers, and I was watching my brother who was stealing money from my other brother pockets. So I guess as a child, I thought of, oh, that's easy, you know. So anyway, I followed him, and I stole like probably 5 pesos, and I brought a box of chocolates to share with my girlfriend. And while we were eating in the steps of a stairwell, I was caught by my other brother, and my two elder brothers literally took their belt and asked me to lay on my tummy, and they hit me with the belt, and it was so painful. The experience was so traumatic because I was only 4. So in that sense, money for some reason is equal punishment, and it's like it's traumatic. So there's some situations that I would create a lot of money, like I could make maybe, you know, 2,000 in one day, and for some reason I don't know how to save it, or it doesn't stay with me. And so the trigger that happened yesterday was actually an eye opening for me, that this pain that I had as a child had really hasn't been healed into a full circle of what's happening in my world. And I literally connected my core value, which is my, my biggest dream is to help the poor children of the Philippines, to give them in, to shift their poverty consciousness into being wealthy and abundant. And I guess because of that pain that was instilled in my consciousness when I was 4 years old, that became my drive to help these poor children in the Philippines. So this is an amazing awakening for me, like enlightenment, to come into a full circle where now I know that money is not about pain and punishment. Money is a gift. And on that light, I hope I gave some perspective on how you can really connect why money and spirituality is in the same energy, like, giving and receiving is in the same energy. So that could heal you in a deeper soul level. So anyway, thank you for listening to me, and I wish you all well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.